talking from the position of women and not organizations or not affiliations. And we want to answer critical questions regarding the interventions in terms of what, where, and how, and what scale of activities need to happen, and able to stand with one voice on that scale, and understand that when we're engaging with the Global Fund, it's not a small feat that we're taking on, but one where we want to make sure that we think big, and thinking big is part of the important process of achieving what needs to be achieved. We are aware that the epidemic does have the term feminization of HIV, and that process we have to take seriously and take it from the point of saying it's not just about treatment, but it's also about the care responsibilities that are placed on women, the socioeconomic impacts that women have, and the fact that women are more highly infected and affected by HIV. But also to address issues that are what might be called secondary issues that impact on HIV, like the early child marriage issues that are there, the fact that the pride of Africa, which is the demographic dividend, is actually highly affected at the same time. So as much as the heads of state might be planning for the dividend, the demographic dividend, they're actually planning for a dividend that's not necessarily being looked after substantively. And then also the dedication and targeted resources, which, as we all know, is why we're in this room fighting for. And in turn, the fact that the gender roles that are impacted on women, such as childhood in households, you find mostly girls are doing that. So further to the issue around what sort of girl are we raising, what sort of young woman are we raising, whose opportunities are being cut off at the knees when she's still young. So those are the issues that we want to make sure we are addressing. So the burden of the epidemic, the infection rates, the prevalence of the epidemic, where you find that of the ages 20 to 24, 8.5% are female, while only 2.7% are male. And of the ages 15 to 54, 16% again being female and only 11.2% being male. So there are two major challenges that we need to deal with, and we need to deal with it in tandem. One is the inputs to the National Strategic Plan, or the National Action Strategic Plan, yes, in terms of its being engendered. It has been accepted that it's lacking in gender focus or lacking in gender inclusion, and therefore that's one of the first things, because without being able to do that, the issues that we raise even today may not be taken up towards the Global Fund or taken as consideration or priority within the Global Fund. So that's the first task that needs to be taken on board. The second task being the Global Fund allocations. There are opportunities within it, but as I said, we need to think big. In Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe is submitting the fund request for 2018 and 2020. If the submission is not successful, or if we do not successfully input in this submission, the next opportunity will be in 2019, which will therefore be too late. Another huge opportunity for women is in the catalytic investment. And that investment for adolescent girls and young women, there's an 8 million matching fund. And while we talk about the catalytic fund of 8 million, it's not just understanding that it's available, but we also have to be critical in what we want to ask for, and we have to be within the guidelines of what we're able to ask for. And also we have to be realistic of our absorption rates and our ability to absorb, which will be the second point of it. And once we set the goals and we set the standards, and we outright say we want 16 million if it's a matching fund, really is what we're talking about. The question is, what is our capacity to absorb? What are those criticisms by the general HIV sector that women's organizations, you're not organized, women's organizations, you're not able to deliver? Those are very stereotypical statements that are made about work that is being done and holding up essentially the HIV pandemic in Zimbabwe. And those are the points that we have to debunk. Those are the points that if we don't prove ourselves in this process, we will be feeding into the stereotypes that have been set out. So that's a third, actually, task that you have. Prove yourself, prove that women are actually, can be organized and can deliver and can absorb the funds that have been placed for women to use. So I'm hoping that our deliberations this time will go well. I hope that we will make a difference in terms of the National Action Plan, but also the inputs to the Global Fund. And also, as I said, think big, think strategic, and think actually beyond just putting the needs within the fund. Think how you're going to work together once the funds do come, because I'm confident we'll reach that point.